Man, 2 o'clock.
2:30.
You don't get a notification something with us doing this?
Yeah,
Would you see it?
yeah, you do.
We up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So what's on your mind?
Um, oh,
What you doing?
oh, there it is. Right, I was trying to see where it was on my screen. Oh, there it is. Right, I was trying to see where.
I think it's last time you was getting the comments on the phone, right?
No, you can get the comments on there. It's just that it's a delay. That's what the issue is.
Mm.
That's the delay. And they don't come up immediately. Hmm. Mm,
Okay. Yeah, okay, nothing. Okay, I'll start. All right. So I know wifey want to talk about something else, but I want to touch on something. I've been on YouTube a lot lately, like more than usual. And I've been seeing these videos with these guys getting stopped by the police. And I don't answer questions and they talking like real crazy to the pigs. Okay, so look, this is for all my young kings, all my brethren. Listen, 90% of these dudes are white, uh, and the other 10% that may happen to be black are extremely fortunate, extremely lucky, and are not in the hood. Listen, play with these pigs. I promise you, you're gonna be in the hospital somewhere, if not in the grave. Do not look at these videos and be like, yeah, I know my rights. Go talk to a lawyer. You know the lawyer gonna tell you? Well, yeah, technically you are right. Technically doesn't work on them streets. And I promise you, dudes, man, you're gonna get yourselves hurt, man. You get yourselves hurt. So if you ain't ready and prepared to really actually really throw down with these pigs, listen, man. Yeah, be careful. These dudes ain't telling y'all the whole story. These dudes is not telling y'all the whole story. These white boys running around talking real filthy to these pigs, man. You ain't these white boys, man. You're not these white boys. Y'all go out there and y'all talk that craziness, man. I promise you, man, they gonna put you boys in the hospital. They're gonna be in the hospital, if not in the grave. Y'all better be real careful. Stop thinking all this crap on social media is legit. 'Cause I don't know where they get this. I don't answer questions bullshit. Listen, I've been in and out of the system the last 20 years. I promise you, man. I don't know nothing about no. I don't answer no questions. I don't answer no questions if you want. Better hope it's a camera on you or something. Sometimes that don't even matter. That's why I be eating your teeth. You be answering to the dentist. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Don't believe in this. Don't believe all that bullshit y'all see on these outlets, man. None of that. Some of these videos are staged, man. I want y'all to know that. Some of these videos are staged. These shits ain't all the way legit, man. They really not. Especially the ones where guy says, I don't answer questions. And the cop just turns and leaves. What cop you know doing that? What cop you know doing that? Hmm? I don't answer questions. Oh, okay. And then he just walks away. First of all, he pulled you over for a reason. Now, even if it's a bullshit reason, it's still a reason. You telling him, I don't answer questions? You think he really walking away? Come on, man. These things are staged. I need to, either staged or seriously edited. But be careful out there, man. Be very careful, especially to my young kings, man. You know what I mean? Don't let. How is that? Mm. Don't let don't let these white boys get y'all killed out there, man. Please. You know the cops have put enough of us in the ground, so don't fall for the okey doke. You want to say something, man?
I, I'll just say or add to that because I don't drive, so I've never had any type of run in like that. But um, just to your point, my ex husband, he's a lawyer, and I think during the time that we were together, about 15 years, he got stopped twice. Not once did he ever started rattling off. So let me tell you about this code and this code and this law. Mm-mm. And also too, the first time I remember because we were driving through South Carolina, and I remember just thinking, I was like buttoning up, like, what you gonna tell them about how you're a lawyer? And they gonna like shut it up. And he didn't even tell them. And I was like, why did you tell them that, you're a lawyer? He was like, Courtney, for one, I'm not barred down here. And for two, the last thing I need is to try to up some, you know, big ego, small brain person, he didn't use, of course, person. He used some other choice word. But he was like, the last thing I want to do is try to one up him by being like, oh, well, I'm a lawyer. And we in a place we're not from, we don't know, we're driving through, it's South Carolina. And I'm not even barred down here. So what, I'm a lawyer. Who I'm calling when, when he lock us up. And that was like, that was a shock for me because of course, watching TV and seeing the little shows, I was just like, I couldn't wait. Actually, he was newly, he was newly barred at that point in time. And he was barred in, of course, New York. And so I was like, this is really, really telling. This is really something that he, as a black man, did not feel comfortable even saying, "Hey, I'm a lawyer." When it was stopped for
That was in
speeding.
South Carolina.
Yeah, we were in South Carolina.
Yeah.
And the second time we were in Miami, and at this point in time, he had been a lawyer for more than a decade, and he did. This time when we were stopped, he did say, share that he was a lawyer, and so I think too there was more confidence on him. But at the same time too, we were living in Miami. He was now barred he was barred in Florida, so it was also a different. It was more confidence, like, okay, we can do a little back and forth, but even then,
Listen, that's what He did the right thing. Listen, what that cop said, especially when you dealing with these southern states. Listen, black or white, man. I got pulled. It don't even matter. Listen, remember we was out in Oglethorpe?
Yeah.
And what that cop told me after I called him a stormtrooper. And what he said.
I don't know.
When he told me, listen, you come down here with that up north attitude. Don't let them, one of these rednecks. You remember he said that?
Mm-mm. I mean,
I'm talking about the light
like
skinned
I
dude
know
that was
you're
on this
talking about
side.
the one that
Yeah,
you call a stormtrooper.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember. I remember that for sure.
yeah. He was telling me to calm me down. I might have been a little.
You were elevated. You were
I
definitely
was, I
elevated.
was, I was agitated
Uh-huh.
for other reasons. There was a lot going on that particular day, and they got pulled over for basically because their equipment was subpar. Like my tags wasn't matching what they had. It was matching my old car. So they didn't see the other part where the transfer came over. So it was a thing now, and I was a little uh what's the right word? Short tempered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, yeah, it could have escalated.
It definitely could have.
It could have escalated. It didn't,
Yeah. I
but it could have.
wasn't done talking about.
I'm sorry, but I just want to put in like he did the right thing. Like anytime you might have a shot up north, but you start coming down south.
Well, that's why I was going to talk because
Yeah.
the second time we were in Miami and he was barred in Florida and he had already been a lawyer for some years. So it was more confidence that second time. And I think one other time that I wasn't in the car, he had gotten stopped also. And that was before he became a lawyer. Actually, he was driving over to helping a friend drive over to Arizona and they got stopped in Texas and that was before he was barred too. But I wasn't in the car, so I can't say what how his response went down there. But he did say that the gentleman he was driving with was like they were super scared because they was just like Texas is so big. It's like we ain't leaving Texas. It ain't gonna be like no quick shot of you out of it. It's just like they had to kind of sit with that literally as they continued their journey, and that was different though. But yeah, he had more confidence in him. So, he did say, "Hey, I'm a lawyer and what seems to be the problem?" He said that before. He was like, "What's the problem?" But literally the what happened was his tag had expired. And so that's what he was stopped for. And so he said, which was true. He said, "I'm on my way to the station right now. I'm taking my wife, we're going to the station right now." And it was true because I had there was a question about I had received some threats online, and I had was just like, well, who do I go to about this? And he was like, well, we'll go, to the police station, I guess. And so we were literally on our way to the police station, and we got stopped. And the police officer literally said, "I don't suggest you go to the police station with your expired tags, even though it ain't, something just you don't want to do that. So, you know, you might want to rethink that and
Wait a minute,
go
wait. He
home."
told you not to go
Yeah.
because of the expired tags.
Yeah, he was just like, because it doesn't matter what you came in there for, they're gonna start running. They're gonna start running your tags.
So
And
they asked how you got here. What do
right.
you mean I got here? I drove. Turn your ass.
They're gonna he was just like, "I just suggest you don't go, you don't go there because that's an automatic, like, some they might decide they're gonna take the car, they might just whatever is you're not gonna have any, I'm gonna let you go home, but this never happened. But you go into a station, they're starting to run your tags. And so that's what we did. We didn't go to the station. So this crime was never reported, and we just went home. But yeah, it was definitely a different exchange, and it also was a different I don't want to say it was a different respect from the officer, but I will definitely say it was a different energy than what it had been when we were driving through South Carolina. It was like, he didn't want to tell him nothing. Okay. Ooh, all right. All right. So is that the only thing you want to discuss, or is there was there something else?
No.
Okay, so y'all, I've been like tuning in and weighing in on first of all, I want to welcome everyone that is watching this for the first time, because it is the first time, to a daily dose of DOS. I think this will be a great opportunity for us to kind of, because we talk about a lot of stuff, and we always say let's make sure we get on, get on the platform, do a live. And though we try between TikTok, actually we don't really try. We used to, but we stopped kind of trying. So maybe with having this commitment of every day, y'all, new content every day from this channel, we can kind of, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it does hurt me sometimes when I see how many of my Glow Nation I've lost, and then last night hubby was showing me on TikTok that there's this whole DJ Glow, and she's all using all my catchphrases. That was this morning. Yeah, that was this morning. She's using all the catchphrases I used to. Let's glow and glow up, and I'm like, dang, I had a Glow Nation strong, didn't I? And it does. I know a lot of my people are back at work, and most of my people just they you know I've been very inconsistent. Maybe.
Got your stuff.
But yeah, I haven't been as consistent. I haven't been consistent at all. Like this past year, y'all, we were really trying to get this housing thing together, and it just took a real toll on us. Just no holds barred. Took a toll, just like mentally. And one day very soon, we're gonna do a live, and we're gonna just we want to hear the questions. We want to have some real dialogue about what that season looked like for us. I think when we're mentally ready, we're gonna do that. But that definitely is a goal. It definitely is a goal. Absolutely, because I think that that's something that we didn't document properly, and I know personally, I think it was because of a lot of, it was embarrassment there, it was disappointment there, it was surprise, it was shock.
I was tired.
Yeah, it was some lethargy, some lethargic,
Exhausted.
yeah, some exhaustion there, frustration, but it was a lot of different emotions that several times I was like, we should document this, but then several times too I would pick up that camera and I just didn't have the strength. I didn't have the mental strength, I didn't have the physical strength, I just didn't have the I'd be like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, it literally hurt. It hurt a lot of days. But y'all, we have a beautiful property. We're managing a beautiful space, and it has been just incredible to be able to have like y'all, those are real. I'm gonna be quiet for a second so y'all can hear. Those that's real cicadas. we, we are overlooking, and we were going to turn the laptop the other way so when you could see like behind us our backdrop, you could see the landscape. It's literally a pond.
You know what?
Trees.
No, like move that way. You might be able to see the reflection. No, not moving. You can't. Like if you move this way, right? No more. Okay, so this is the reflection, right? This is the trees right here, and down here is the pond. That's the pond. Maybe you can see a little bit.
I can still just see the sand and but yeah, you can see like we're surrounded by trees. It's a nice like a camping spot. Our home is like a deluxe, like for like forest paradise lodge, complete with a jacuzzi bathtub. It's amazing. It's like what an Airbnb or verbal home would have been, like the dream version of before that was even created. Like and then it gives the opportunity to connect and be disconnected. That's what I love so much about this. Like we're 5 minutes from my son's school. We are about 7 minutes, 9 minutes from my daughter's school. The connection and then the opportunity to just disconnect when we want is just really, really prevalent. So Um, so yeah, when you're in such a great space physically, it's very hard to kind of engage mentally in what they call it, white noise, so to speak. Like when this is your white noise, it's like all noise, other noise can get canceled out. But I could not um dismiss any longer this conversation about the Just Hilarious and the TS Madison. And can I say this? I'm just gonna be 100% just full disclosure, guys, right now. Um, our glowers. Can I get better calling y'all glowers? Have I earned that right? I don't think I've earned it yet. We're gonna maybe we call it. We're gonna call y'all dosers because y'all taking the daily dose of DOS. Yeah, call you some dosers. Dosers. Don't don't overdose. But yes, overdose. Don't overdose. But so with following, because y'all, I went down the rabbit hole. I did. So with following this Just Hilarious and T.S. Madison conversation, I didn't know that T.S. Madison still, like, I knew that she had done adult entertainment work and she advocated.
Yeah?
Yes, lots.
Oh.
She advocated for for sex workers, and we're gonna also talk about that Lizzo in a minute. Y'all, I've been told y'all.
Oh, I think she just got canceled or something, right?
Yeah, she did. But well, they're trying to, but whatever.
Yo,
but
that's the
I've been told
dumbest.
y'all
This campaign,
that this
stupid.
this I've told people a long time ago because Lizzo, I mean, regardless of her being pretty, because I do believe she's a pretty woman.
What was her name?
Who?
The chick.
Oh, bad bitch with a big dick.
Huh?
Yeah, bad bitch with a big dick. You don't want to put. You don't want to see those images, bro.
Yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
Please, please.
Like, she's not a woman?
TS stands for transsexual.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I need look. I didn't listen until you said what you said about these. I didn't know who none of these people were.
Okay, but okay, so
come on, you know I don't be swimming in those waters.
Anyway, I don't swim in those waters either.
Listen, she just told me about the gray sweat thing. Gray sweats? Had no idea.
He knew, and that's why he tried to wear them out here. He tried to wear them out here.
I did not know.
He knew.
You saw my face when I looked it up on Google.
Yeah, you was trying to feign surprise.
I'm that good of an actor.
No. At any rate, I wasn't the one getting on track.
I don't know who these people are, so I don't know.
So the Just Hilarious and the T.S. Madison conversation, which started as very much to me like, I just heard little things here and there. And to me, like in the beginning, it was like kind of like the Kiki Palmer situation. Like, though I had some ideas, though I had some thoughts about it, I wasn't going to cam up. I wasn't going to put on my camos and cam up. But the more that this conversation has been growing over the past like week, I'm like, you know what? Let's end this right here and there. Because here we have, people that I want to say aspire to be women. Because again, I don't think you are women. I don't think that you're women. You aspire to be a woman. You identify as being a woman, and that's where it is. But when we get into these conversations about gatekeeping period, and you're no gatekeepers of being a woman, and having a menstrual cycle doesn't make you a woman. Being able to have a baby doesn't make you a woman. I have a question. I'm like, this is where we have to stop. Let me finish. I got a question. This is where we have to stop. Again, no, it's not my business that you aspire to be a woman. But for you to say that the thing that women do naturally, and I'm not even going to get into discussion because I've seen Tanya Tequil have it. I've seen Mr. Mindful have this discussion. I've seen several responses to this. topic, and they all cite that if a woman doesn't have a period, or if she does not have that if she cannot have children, that's a disorder. And I do believe that. But I mean, um before we even get there, for you to discount that that uh, uh I don't want to say a skill, but that ability, that to me is absolutely insulting. And for me to say that that's insulting is not me saying that it is phobia. That there's some transphobia. I've worked with intersex people. I have intersex humans.
Working with one now.
I have
Wait, not me.
I have uh I definitely have done a lot of research about intersex, and there in the community in Miami where I live, there was someone who had both genders, that I was, very, very familiar with, and, pretty much, very, just very cordial terms. Like, no, I'm not going to sit up here and say, I'm not going to do that. I have a so and so friend, because, yeah, did I have gay friends? Yes, I did. But did I just have, like, gay people in a network or colleagues? I also had that, but I had gay friends. Yeah. But there is something to be said about dismissing are discounting the ability that women have. And for someone who was not born with those with this ability, for it to be discounted, or to say it does not matter, or it doesn't make you a woman because you are, it is not the same thing as saying someone who chooses not to be a woman, I mean, who chooses not to be a mother, who chooses not to bear children, that's a different conversation than someone who says just because someone can does not make them a woman. Okay. And so I'm going to just start there. But again, me disagreeing is not phobia. Me disagreeing is not me hating people that aspire to be a gender or identify with the gender of which they were not born, they weren't born with. That's not what's happening there when someone disagrees. And for people to continuously chalk that up to saying that, there's a fear, and, Jess was being mean. I just want people to keep the same energy when we start with saying that there's a race identity movement in this country. When we start going into these banks and saying, no, we're white people, when those cops start pulling you over, brothers, as being in your comment earlier, and say, no, I'm a white man, I identify as white, I got my Jason Aldean CD right here. Okay, I identify as white. I have a white wife, white baby mama, I got white children, I identify as white. Come on. So what are we talking about here? Why did you pull me over? Because I'm playing my Tim McGraw too loud. Like, I identify. So if you have no issue with that, then I will accept gladly. I will gladly accept no, because a person has a menstrual cycle and or has the ability to procreate, does not make her a woman. Okay. So I just want y'all to keep that same energy. Um so that's my daily that's my daily
I got a question,
dose contribution.
I got a question. Right. So this is my thing. They saying like, okay, so because you have a period and can have kids does not make you a woman. That does not define you as a woman.
Right.
What does? I mean, just saying I'm a woman, or just saying that I'm a man. Like that's how you define as a woman or a man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're
So
saying.
just saying it is enough.
Yeah, just saying it is enough.
There's no set rule or
none that I know of.
Any kind of say, hey, okay, this is this. So there's no real definition of a
None
woman.
that I know of.
There's no real definition of a man.
No, because women, because in this understanding, from what I understand in this dynamic, women can wear dresses or they can wear pants. They can wear panties or they can wear boxers. Men can play with dolls or they can play with trucks. It's like nothing is just defined. You know, it's until you define it, until you are self determined. Yeah. And I want to say also another thing to that point. You can literally leave the hospital without having being named, without having being doing the immunizations. Even if you're born in a hospital, you can opt out. Some hospitals, they'll call, they call social services, and they make you do these things before you leave. And in some cases they actually take your baby if you don't have them done. So you might want to check that out if anyone is pregnant or expecting, um before you decide where to have the child. Well, two things that you cannot leave that hospital without. You cannot leave that hospital without a race being determined. And as of right now, you can't leave without a gender being determined. So, check that out, guys. You can leave the hospital without even naming the child, but you got to have that child immunized. You have to have those immunizations in most. I'm not saying in all. But in most, you have to have that child. You have to have, there has to be some type of record of some type of health immunization being administered, some type of some type of health screen of that child. So some opt out of the immunizations, and some hospitals you're legally able to do that. But you cannot leave that hospital without that child having its gender and having its race recorded. So if race don't matter and you don't see color, if y'all ain't keeping that same energy, why is that? Why is that? And then y'all don't tell me, don't start it. Don't tell me, well, you should want to be Black, you should want to be African American because you guys have such rich culture and such rich history. I don't know why you want. Well, I don't know why you would want to be a woman. I may not know why you would want to be a man, but again, that's your choice. That's your choice. That's what you identify as. I'm just asking to keep the same energy and be consistent. If you will accept that someone can identify as another gender of which they weren't born, then you have to be able to identify people deciding that they want to be the race that is mostly that seems to be the most overwhelming with our supervisors, with our managers. They are the most homeowners. They are the wealthiest in this country. They have the most accounted for generational wealth being passed on in this country. I want to identify as that, and I want to be respected as such. I want to be respected as such. Yeah, I think I want to be a Kennedy.
Be Kennedy?
Yeah, I think I'll be Kennedy. Courtney Omega Kennedy sounds pretty cool. Courtney Omega doll sounds great, but Courtney Omega Kennedy sounds pretty awesome. Coke.
Coke. I don't. It feel like there has to be a clear cut definition. I'm trying not to offend nobody, and I think that shows a little growth on my part because normally I would just go, but I'm trying to choose my words. And I don't want to offend nobody, but I fear that I am, because it seems like if you don't agree, then you're either transphobic. Is that the correct word?
Yeah.
Okay, transphobic, homophobic. What else is there? Gender phobic.
I don't think I've never heard gender
Oh,
phobia,
okay, whatever
but
phobia they
yeah,
can come up with.
it's like you get just told just accused of being like the worst
Yeah.
for just not agreeing.
And this is my thing. Okay, so
It's not an agreement.
my what's that talking? Anyway, um, my my thing is this: what y'all doing or what they're doing is the same exact thing that was done to them. Like at this point, y'all just being freaking bullies.
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all just being bullies,
I agree.
and like
And I've seen this personally.
and
I've
with
seen
this
it.
what they call it this cancel culture bullshit,
Cancel culture.
because that's what it is, bullshit. And at this point now, I don't care about anybody because that is just fucking stupid. It's just stupid. And if you subscribe to that cancel culture, you're stupid. Period. You're stupid. You're an idiot, and you deserve to be smacked in the mouth because it's dumb. No, seriously, it's dumb. I don't, at that point, I don't care about fucking. If anybody get offended at what I said about this cancel culture and you jumping in, oh yeah, cancel, yeah, eat something, yeah, eat something long, yeah, you know, screw you sideways with hard something. Look, it's stupid, and if you subscribe to that, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You don't like what I said? You don't like how I said it? You know what you can do. I ain't hard to find. Now, let's get back on. Yeah, I kind of went off a little bit, just a little bit. But what I'm saying is this: at this point, y'all being bullies. This is what y'all doing. Y'all being bullies. Uh, and this docking thing that y'all seem to do,
Doxing.
docking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting people's stuff out there on the internet,
Yeah.
ruining people because they don't agree with what you're saying, or they don't want to conform to your thinking. And here it is, you all were in hiding because y'all wouldn't conform to traditional thinking, and now y'all doing the same exact thing that was done to y'all. So how are y'all any different from the powers that be or the traditionalists or whatever? How are y'all any different? The way I see it, y'all just a bunch of fucking cowardly bullies. Because when y'all by yourselves, y'all don't do this. When y'all pack up, this is when y'all do this. You know, 20, 30 years ago, y'all was hiding in closets, metaphorically, y'all was hiding. But now, it's enough of y'all to where as though y'all can come out. And now y'all become the bullies. So I guess it's the ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun kind of thing. Is that what's going on? So yeah, you have a little, you got a little power. You got people in position of power now that's out and open with theirs. And now y'all figure this is y'all turn to strike back. Is that what's going on? This is what it feels like. So this, again, this makes y'all no different from the so-called homophobes, transphobes, and everybody else. And I'm gonna say this, and then I guess we can move on to something else if you want to, or if you want to keep pounding on this weekend. And I'm gonna say this. I seen a post a couple weeks ago, and the guy was talking to I don't know if the female was transgender or what. I don't know if she looked like a female. These days you just don't know. Um, so he told her, he says, listen, you're young enough to where I can ask you how old you are and not, have it be offensive. So he asked her how old she was. She said 25, something like that. He said, okay, why not 50? She said, what do you mean? He said, why not be 50? She said, because I'm not 50.
I love this.
And then he says, exactly.
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 In the story. I think that's a great note to end on. It really is. It really is. So you can see us back here tomorrow with that. Thank you all for who tunes in, who's watching the Play Black. We appreciate it. We really do. Tomorrow we're gonna have this set up a little better. We already will have the angles worked out, and our connection points. So, and what you can do if you want to contribute any topics. So, I definitely know that there's work to be done, but I want to be committed in getting this engagement back up, y'all. I've missed y'all. I've missed y'all. I really have. And we got a whole new network that we definitely want to connect with, more couples and doing some more, couple friendly topics and stuff like that. Because we didn't even get to the other ones that I wanted to do today, but that's cool because, like I said, we'll have more to chat about tomorrow, which I'm sure will always be another issue.
You want to touch on something?
Well, actually, it's funny that you say touch on because it is the sensual massages. I wanted to touch on that, but we could touch on them tomorrow.
As who's giving them?
No, as far as them being given in general and receiving them. Yes, yes. Is it cheating? It's the same thing that we said. What if the woman or man, if they don't arrive?
What do you mean
if they don't arrive?
They don't shoot off?
Women don't shoot off.
Some do. All right, cream off. That better?
Arrives is just as
okay. If they let me ask you something. If I kiss another woman, am I cheating?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm not going to ejaculate off a kiss.
I don't know.
Just because you come doesn't necessarily mean that you cheated. That's not
right. But no. The reason why I say that it does, and like I said, I want to save this because I don't want to just have to rush off in 10 minutes.
All right. So we're gonna table till tomorrow, but that's what it is. So. I'm thirsty.